Guardians Warlock started off. I just wanted. I was the Gutter Saints had just ended, and I just wanted to be on stage again, but performing more. And I knew I wanted to make a band, and I knew what I wanted it to be. And first person I contacted was Dustin Broach.
I've been playing music in the Charleston band scene since I was about 19, 20 years old, sneaking in the bars and playing and stuff like that. And one show in particular when I was playing drums, I wore like a gorilla suit like the entire show.
And Dustin and I had done like a little three-piece thing with Frank from the Gutter Saints. So my decision was very easy. He wasn't in a band, and I wanted to start a band, so we just kind of had a couple writing sessions right here in the den. And then I called JP. I asked him if he could play bass, and he said, I'm kind of a bass player.
I'm not a bassist. If you listen to any of the music that I've written, I'm a folk, indie, emo, crybaby.
So we brought him in, and then Danny, my roommate, he never drummed a day in his life, and he came in, and he said, because I said all I need is a drummer, and boom, there he was. He just started kind of drumming.
My favorite show that I've ever seen locally would have to be hands down the first time I ever saw Soda City Riot.
There's a show at the Mill, and it was Alert the Media, Hail Bob Astronauts, Hybrid Mutants, and Soda City Riot. I don't think in that order.
I had heard rumors that those guys were pretty good, and honestly, I hadn't been out to shows in a while.
And I saw Soda City Riot for the first time, and they did Got the Time by Anthrax, or by Joe Jackson, but it's Anthrax.
They just put so much energy, and they do it right. That's what local music should be about, the way that they just bring it. They'll play the same way if there's 3 people or if there's a packed house, and to me, that's what it's all about. That's hands down, that changed the whole perspective for me.
And I still remember going up to Roger and going like, dude, that's all. You were just fantastic, and thank you so much for putting all that energy out there. And you were fantastic. And I think to this day, I base a lot of my frontman skills off Roger Hawkins from Soda City Riot.
The more performance type things that you do during a show that actually get over, like that comes off as a better show to me than just going up there, going through the motions, and playing your song and getting off stage.
I think we all come together, and we've also added a 5th member, Rob, who is from Monsters from Outer Space, which we hit it off. We hit it off so well the first time we ever met.
My favorite memory from being in the local scenes, probably when I got back into it with Monsters from Outer Space. I've been out of things for over a decade, and it was fun just getting back into everything with those guys, Vince and Bill and Jay.
I mean, the first time we ever had a conversation was we just got done playing at the Art Bar, and we were just so enthralled with how much money we received that night between Rob and I.
Getting back into it was awesome, and I really appreciate the opportunity those guys gave me, and we had some really good memories together.
My favorite show that I played, God, that's hard.
Actually, recently, it was the show that we did at the Tin Roof with Children of the Reptile, Mortal Man, and Mega Colossus.
The last show that we played at the Tin Roof, we played with Children of the Reptile, Mortal Man, and Mega Colossus.
I think it was the show that we did with Mortal Man, Children of the Reptile, and Mega Colossus.
Everybody put on a great show, I thought.
I got to jump on stage and do... I got to jump on stage and do Kill More Better with them. I mean...
We ended up playing Running Free by Iron Maiden, which is one of the few covers that we do. But that night, in particular, it was 40 years, I think, to the day that the song came out. So that was kind of cool to be playing that song then, unintentionally. We just happened to play it, and it happened to go over well. And front of people who appreciated it.
It was so fun, and we played great. And it was Rob's first show in the first show with us, and we played great. And the crowd was fire.
The crowd was great. It was my first show, official show with Guardians Warlock, and I just felt like, God damn it, that's my cousin Jim Bob. Don't mind him. He gets a little trigger happy. Anyway, God damn it, Jim Bob.
One of the most favorite shows that I played in recent years was one of the 80 times that we played at the Sparrow with Guardians Warlock. And I can't think of what date it was we did this, but like it was whatever the show, probably around this time last year, where we did it was like four bands that played, and in between each band we would have one of the members of Guardians Warlock go up on stage wearing like an alien mask, and I would be off stage providing the voice for the alien while they did the hand gestures and stuff. And that's probably like, you know, the most camaraderie that I've had with like any other band in a very long time. You know, like I don't really see that a lot.
My favorite memory of the Charleston music scene is the night that I proposed to now my wife, Lauren Tweed.
The whole thing started when PJ messaged the band and said that he wanted to propose to Lauren at a show, which we were all supportive of. And as soon as I saw that, he didn't even get to say his suggestion.
And it was actually, I can't take credit for it, it was actually JP's idea what to do with the song. We have a song called Scum. There's a part in the song where it's like, I know that you hate me, but I know you're just gonna fuck me. It was JP's idea to do, I can't remember what my idea was, but it wasn't as good as this. And he said,
I know that you hate me, but Lauren, will you marry me?
And it was at the Sparrow. And it was Hearts on Fire and the Dumb Skulls, and then us. Well, we were going to go first, but the Dumb Skulls had to drop out, so it was just us and Hearts on Fire. And I had only told a couple people what I was doing.
We start the song, and we're going, and PJ has this mask on, and he's had it on the entire time. I think this is our third song, so he's got to be uncomfortable.
And everybody that knew what was about to happen, because I said when my mask comes off, start recording.
I'm just hoping I don't fuck up. I'm hoping I don't fuck up. And then the second string just comes off. And it doesn't break or anything. It's just not secured very well. It just comes off. And again, I'm not a very great bass player. So I immediately panic. And I'm having to transpose in my mind. And I'm hoping that I don't mess this up, and I'm freaking out, and I'm looking over at Dustin, and Dustin sees, and he's looking over at me.
The best part about it is like Dustin's like playing, and he's like looking over at me, and he's looking over at JP.
And then PJ's completely oblivious. He's just, because he's got to propose.
It's pretty funny. Danny's just playing, but he's looking at me.
And he takes the mask off, and he jumps down, and he does a propose thing, and I'm just freaking out. I'm trying to remember how the rest of the song goes. And finally, after the song, you know, him and Lauren, they embrace, and they're kissing and stuff like that. And I'm just immediately trying to fix my shit for the next song.
And I was so proud that they were there, and that a lot of our friends were there. And it was cool. It was very cool. And of course she said yes, and we celebrated. We finished the set, and then Hearts on Fire played, and we danced to them, and it was a great night.
My favorite memory is we were playing a show at the Tin Roof, and I forget what song we were playing, but we were supposed to go into a transition in the song, and you know, like Steven didn't seem quite right. And I guess what had happened was he was having some problems with his gallbladder, and he was in a lot of pain, but still trucking throughout the whole thing. You know, you wouldn't really know it until he just does this little number with his finger, as if we're supposed to know what that means, or, you know, what to do. Like, I thought he was just being goofy or something, but it just, in a split second, it just kind of clicked that, like, maybe something's up, and, because he stopped singing and was doing this, and so, like, just unprovoked, we knew as a band to continue with what we were doing until he caught up, and he eventually did, and just toughed it out, he ain't no bitch.
Favorite show that I've ever been to was actually up in Columbia at Art Bar. Kevin and Gina did an amazing job putting on this metal themed, wrestling themed extravaganza. It was fucking awesome. If anybody knows me, they know I love professional wrestling. They know I love metal music. So putting the two together was just my dream come true. It was an awesome night. Everybody was dressed up. We had entrance music, the whole nine. I think at some point, PJ put somebody in a sharpshooter. It was a really awesome theme, and I hope we get to do that again. Kevin and Gina, if you see this, let's set that shit up when everything calms down.
Well, here's to, like, a couple more years of this, hopefully, before, like an asteroid falls on us, here in 2020.
Cheers.
Thank you guys so much for joining us, and enjoy everything else. And stay safe.
Have a good one.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, our last show that we played before we took our break, we won the chili cook-off thing, and that was a great show.